Even though there were lots of spin-offs introduced from Yellowstone, the only confirmed series that is ready for release is The Madison. Earlier reports suggested that we would get the release of it in 2025, but right now it looks like that won't be possible. We will tell you why. And also, the storyline of The Madison still seems to be a big mystery. Even though it is a Yellowstone spin-off, its plot is not fully known yet, but we have found some interesting details about how the story of The Madison is going to be. It will be an interesting one, so make sure to watch till the end to know more about it. So actually, the filming began in late summer 2024 in Montana, New York City, and Texas. Within few months, the shooting gets wrapped exactly in December 2024, so the project is already complete. Even though it was originally planned to release in 2025, it is still on hold. Post-production most likely has already been finished, but the reason they are not releasing it yet could be because of Landman Season 2, which is coming on November 16th. Since that show is only a few months away, they may want to keep the Madison back until Landman finishes airing. After its release, there is a high chance that the Madison will arrive around the end of January or the beginning of February. But before that, we do believe we might get a teaser trailer sometime in early 2025. So it's pretty sure we can expect Madison only around early 2026. When I watch the way the Madison is set up, it looks like it takes us far away from the Dutton Ranch, yet it still feels tied to the Yellowstone world. So the heart of the show is the Clyburn family, a rich New York household whose life is turned upside down by tragedy. Michelle Pfeiffer plays Stacy Clyburn, the grieving mother trying to hold her family together after her husband dies. The family moves to the Madison River Valley in Montana as a way to escape and maybe rebuild, but that move brings big emotional and cultural challenges. Stacy's two daughters follow very different paths. Paige, played by Elle Chapman, clings to her fancy city life and shows little patience for slow Montana living. She is married to Russell, played by Patrick J. Adams, who is a banker and used to luxury. Abigail, played by Beau Garrett, is tougher and more practical, but she is also carrying the weight of being a recently divorced mother of two. Those differences between the sisters create the drama, and Stacy stands in the middle, trying to keep everyone steady. Matthew Fox is also in the show as Stacy's husband, but his character dies right at the start. I expect the season may open with his funeral. Even though he's gone in the present timeline, we will see him in flashbacks that explain his relationship with Stacy and how his life shaped the family's path. His death is the event that pushes the family to leave New York and move to Montana. At first glance, I thought The Madison was a totally new story with no Dutton ties, but the more I look, the more I see links. The clearest connection, to me, goes back to Elizabeth Strafford from 1923. Remember how, by the end of Season 2, Elizabeth is left widowed and pregnant after Jack Dutton dies? She walks away from the ranch and says she wants to move to the East Coast, even Boston. The show never tells us what happened to her or her child. So, here's how I see it. It's possible Stacy Clyburn is actually Elizabeth Strafford's granddaughter. If that's true, The Madison isn't just another spin-off. It follows a branch of the Dutton family that left Montana generations ago and built a life on the East Coast. Even the casting makes me suspect this. Michelle Pfeiffer and Michelle Randolph, who played Elizabeth in 1923, share a certain resemblance. It's not exact, but Sheridan pays attention to these things. He's done it before. Josh Lucas looked like a younger Kevin Costner as John Dutton. And that casting choice added realism. So, I believe the similarity between Pfeiffer and Randolph could be intentional. There's another possibility I've thought about too. Maybe the Dutton blood comes not from Stacy, but from her husband, Matthew Fox's character. In that case, his death would explain why Stacy brings the family back to Montana, to reconnect with his roots. That theory fits the story logic. But here's my issue with it. Matthew Fox doesn't really have the Dutton look, so that version feels less convincing to me. So that's how I see it. Either Stacy herself is descended from Elizabeth Strafford, which the casting and story hints support, or her husband carries the Dutton line and the family returns to Montana for his sake. Though the casting makes that option feel weaker. Whatever the truth is, The Madison is clearly going to explore both grief and family heritage in ways that connect to Yellowstone's themes. Michelle Pfeiffer's character will be the heart of the show, showing how a mother struggles to keep her daughters together while adjusting to a completely new world. Her daughters' personalities also bring tension to the family. Paige, the spoiled socialite married to Russell, is likely to clash with Abigail, who is more grounded but struggling as a single mom. These character dynamics, combined with their relocation from a wealthy New York lifestyle to rural Montana, will create both drama and culture shock that drives the story forward. The cast of The Madison is filled with talented actors. Michelle Pfeiffer not only stars, but also serves as executive producer, bringing her powerful presence to the series. Matthew Fox plays the late patriarch whose death shapes the story, while Elle Chapman and Beau Garrett play Stacy's daughters. Patrick J. Adams, known for Suits, takes on the role of Russell, Paige's banker husband, who is also adjusting to life outside of New York. Amaya Miller and Elena Pollack play Abigail's daughters, who will also experience the family's move and the challenges that come with it. Kevin Zegers plays Cade, a local neighbor in Montana, while Rebecca Spence plays Liliana Weeks, a family friend from New York. Danielle Vasinova plays the indigenous wife of a local rancher, which could add another cultural and emotional layer to the story. Even though the show is described as quieter and more emotional than Yellowstone, but that doesn't mean it will be less impactful. Taylor Sheridan's shows always explore big themes through family, land, and legacy. And The Madison looks to continue that tradition in a new way.